Welcome to the Silhouettes of Success podcast with your host, successful entrepreneur, broker, and business mentor, Amber Weitzer. Because success comes in all shapes, sizes, and styles, the Silhouettes of Success podcast is shining the light on industrious women with a collection of curated conversations of intentional inspiration designed to inspire your heart, ignite your mind, feed your soul, and gift you with actionable insights directly from inspirational, everyday women who've shown tenacity, grit, and grace, having taken on the challenges in their lives and business and won. Remarkable, down-to-earth, and relatable, Amber and her guests will share with you uplifting and extraordinary real-life success stories, motivational ideas that just might help spark something within you. With the deepest desire to serve you, help you grow so you can begin to shine the light that will illuminate your very own silhouette of success. So, let's get to it.
Hello and welcome to the Amber Weitzer podcast, Silhouettes of Success. Our VIP feature guest is a transformational business coach, founder and CEO of Ignite U90, Knob and Key Realty, and speaker. She's got a great resume. Hang on, folks. And she is passionate, love it, about building community for female entrepreneurs and professionals. She understands that the world of entrepreneur and high-level professionals can be very lonely and challenging, and we're going to dive into that. Through her IU90, she is building a community to foster relationships and collaboration in a safe environment. Her signature 90-day program is an opportunity for entrepreneurs to go deeper into build their business. She brings extensive sales experience, marketing, and business development, team leadership in her coaching platform to take her clients to the next level. Silhouettes, let's welcome Michelle Ozymy to the show. Hello, Michelle.
Good morning. How are you today?
Fantastic. Thank you. Welcome once again. I can already tell by the homework that I've done and just watching and connecting with you, this is going to be fun, and your light is just exuding through the microphone. So thank you for sharing your Silhouette of Success story with us today.
Oh, I'm so excited to chat with you and the ladies and gentlemen out there. My goodness, thank you for having me today.
Absolutely. All right, let's just get it going. To help illustrate the early shaping of your Silhouette of Success background, talk to the audience a little bit about what that looks like in your journey up to now.
Absolutely. So I graduated from college and thought that I was going to have this incredible corporate career, corner office, fancy meetings, international travel, all the things you see on TV, right? Well, I jumped in, and I can assure you that none of that happened. I did actually at one point have a cool corner office, but it was just never fulfilling. It was not, I was young when I went to college. I guess I really didn't know what I wanted to be when I grew up, so to speak. So there was no creative space. It was just boring. And then we had a couple children, and my life was work all day, run late to pick the kids up from daycare, to put them to bed, and start all over the next morning. And I just knew there had to be more to this than life, than just that type of schedule. And it's not what I wanted. It wasn't the income I wanted. So I just started to feel a stirring at that point that maybe it was time for me to try something different. And maybe it wasn't the smartest thing to do looking back, but I quit my job, got my real estate license, and just jumped in feet first. I had read the book Rich Dad, Poor Dad. And what was different for me that I find with most realtors is I was extremely interested in the business side. Looking at the houses was fun. I definitely enjoyed that piece, and I love my clients. But what I really enjoyed was more the business piece, putting a business plan together, marketing my listings, negotiating for my clients, that side of things. And after a few years being a top producer in the DFW area, I decided I wanted to open my own brokerage and really work to train a team of agents. And I did that and loved it, was very passionate about working with all of my teammates and my agents and helping them learn and grow as well and build their brand. And a few years before COVID, how many times have you heard that? But this was actually before COVID. I just started feeling a little bit of stirring that it was time for something different, that God was taking me a new direction. And also during that time frame, my husband and I were having some issues. So we went to marital counseling, which I highly recommend. It was wonderful. And I also went to a life coach. And through my work with her, I discovered that really where my passion lied at that stage in my life was with the training piece and the coaching and helping people grow, and especially women. So that's where my coaching program, Ignite U90, was born. And we offer a variety of programs for women in all seasons of life to help them go to the next level, whether it's in their business, their relationships, or their health and wellness. The program that I'm most passionate about is the Propel program, that is really about how to be an entrepreneur, take your business to the next level, and still live a life you love. Because as you know, when you're a solopreneur or entrepreneur and a female, all of that kind of combines together. And the term work-life balance isn't real. And you have to figure out a way to grow yourself, grow your family, and maintain your mental health. So I love that program. Through all of this, I realized after coaching so many amazing women, once the coaching program was over, it was like, okay, what's next? And that's where our community developed. So we are also building a community of women in the DFW area who want to collaborate and build relationships and just do life together. And that piece has been so, so, so incredible. We get together for different events like a sip and shop, a hike, or a business planning session, which I can't wait to talk about a little later. And I am absolutely loving that. And I know that that is the season that I'm supposed to be in right now.
Holy moly.
So that's
What?
me.
Yeah,
Hi.
right. Yeah, hey. Okay, so this is where we go off script. So whatever I sent you, throw it out with the questions. I'm just kidding. We will go into those clearly. A lot of them. It's so honorable to hear that when. Okay, first, a lot of the resources you mentioned, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, yes, 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 and everything that comes with that. What you talked about with real estate side of things, yes, the houses, yes, this, but in our industry, there is lacking of there's here's pass the test and then here, this is how it's really going on. The business side, there
Absolutely.
is not that. But I want to talk, it is so honorable when you talked about feeling a stirring and restless. The fact that you acted on that or heeded the call or, whatever calling it was to you, that you paid attention, that I don't know how many times, you felt that before you acted on it. Is that just in your DNA to feel that and react, or did it take a little bit of prodding?
Definitely took a little bit of prodding. Um, I love the Lord and I try to be obedient to what he calls me to do. But sometimes I'm like, really, God? Quit my job while I've got two kids. And every time he's faithful and it always works out. So, I can't say that I've gotten any better about that. But I do love it when I know that something is coming from the Lord and that's what I'm supposed to be doing. It doesn't make it easier, but it makes it more peaceful, I suppose, is the right word.
Yeah, the rewards in that, the rewards in what you find when you, I think, are able to have the courage and the faith. Faith is a better word for that, right? Have the faith to
Yeah,
follow that
absolutely.
calling, because it's not easy, but it is rewarding for
No,
sure. And then the pieces kind of fall together. Would you agree?
always,
Yeah.
always.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Okay, so now we're gonna, rewind here and go back. So you talked about, you said something fantastic again, which is the work-life balance. And then we all can have a good giggle on that. Your
Right?
alarm, yeah. When your alarm clock goes off, if there is one, the work or business day begins for you in the present state, that season
Yeah.
that you're in. What does a day in the life look like for you? Because again, we see what each other are doing with the social media lens that we gives us exposure to the world. Are you structured with routine? Are you more spontaneous? Talk to us about that.
So, as I've gotten older, it's kind of interesting. I've become a little bit more free spirited. My husband is a creative, he's an artist. And so, two of our three kids are very creative. And my youngest daughter and I were always the very like analytical ones. But I'm seeing that shift. So, my very structured day is Sunday evenings. And that's where I put my plan together for the week. And I do my time blocking, I block things out, I put my workouts in, and then I determine what my top three goals are for each of my businesses for that week. So these are the things I want to accomplish with Ignite. These are the things that need to be accomplished with Knob and Key. And then I can put those into the calendar, but I've got fluidity for appointments. Do I have a listing appointment in the morning? Do I have coaching calls in the morning? And what I try to do is work the real estate side of things in the morning, work out in the afternoon so that I can reset my day and begin working on the coaching side.
That's a solid plan.
But I do leave myself what I call white space so that things can move around. What really helps me is that mid-afternoon workout. It just resets me, regenerates my brain space so that I can shift from, okay, Knob and Key is done for today. Now we're moving into the next thing. And it's just almost like I have a new day in the middle of the day.
That's awesome. It's such a great way to do it. No wonder you do what you do.
Well, and I have a lot of support. So I'm very blessed and I love what I do. So
Yes.
that's huge.
Makes a difference.
It really does.
Yeah, thinking through that. Let's stay with that for a second. Can you share any positive adjustments that you've made in your life or your environment that does help support this growth, your dreams and goals?
A couple things. One, I definitely, as I'm planning out my schedule and adding events and things like that, I'm very much an extroverted introvert and I can go until I can't go anymore. And then I'm just done. So I pay very close attention to that when I'm planning events and speaking engagements and going out to meet with people, those types of things, because those can overwhelm me. I can do one-on-ones all day and all night, but it's the bigger groups that kind of get to me. So I pay very careful attention to making sure that I don't overschedule that. And then I also make sure I surround myself with positive people. I'm definitely at the age now where I'm not trying to impress anyone, and I only want to be around people who are like-minded. And I don't mean that in a pretentious or arrogant way. I want to be with people who lift me up and that I can lift up, and we can all grow together. I don't want a lot of negativity, those types of things in my surroundings.
Love that. Thinking through the positive momentum that you are making. The real of that is sometimes we might get stuck.
Of
What
course.
do you do, or what helps you maybe break down a perceived barrier that's between you and a goal or a dream? What works for you?
To get past my stuckness, so to
Yes.
speak. Yeah, the
Yeah.
thing that really helps me, if I'm having a challenging day and I just can't get past a project that I'm working on or a difficult negotiation or something like that, what can really help me clear my mind, I love the gym, but to be out in nature, that makes a huge difference. So even if I've been to the gym or whatever and I'm still not feeling like I can move forward, then I'll just go take a walk. And that can really help clear my head. Um, and then, of course, reading some encouraging literature, different books. I love John Maxwell. I love Stephen Furtick. Different things like that can inspire me.
As an independent business owner, times two or three, if you talked about having great support. Where do you find support? Because I know, and I can speak, of course, it is a lonely world, if you will, as an independent broker owner.
Oh my
Um,
gosh, you're so
you
right.
know, and then when we step into the other, if we open the other door into the other businesses, yeah, you are still solo, if you will. So where
Yes.
do you, and the fact that you're helping everybody else through this. So how do you find support?
So, of course, I have an incredible family that supports me, and that's great. But still, being a solopreneur, as you said, it is very lonely. So, where I have truly found the most support that can identify with me is the coaches that are coaching me. I have my own life coach, and they are incredible. I'm also involved in a mastermind of coaches throughout the country, and they can identify and we work together, and that's beautiful. And then with the luncheons that I do that are all women entrepreneurs that are part of the Ignite community, that has become a huge source of support because we're all in the same boat, so to speak, and we can understand and identify with each other and just collaborate together. And it's so nice. It makes a huge difference. And that's where I'm seeing a real push to grow that side of the business because so many women do need that.
We are craving it. We miss it.
So much.
The environment has clearly had an impact on that, and it almost feels like there's a pent up let's play catch up uh, for that community. I think we are
Yes.
just ready to, yes. Okay, so I'm going to skip over something I was going to ask you because this is a great segue. Let's just jump into, we could talk real estate, but we're not going to today because I want you to share. Tell us about your company, Ignite U90, the inspiration that led you. You talked a little bit about it in your
Yeah.
intro. Launch it. You've got and share. This is a little bit of brag might not be it, but it is. It's a place for you to showcase some of your proud, amazing accolades and milestones. So talk to us about Ignite U90.
Oh gosh. I am so excited about this company. I love working with women, female entrepreneurs, solopreneurs, and professionals who are just looking to take their business to the next level and still enjoy their lives and have hobbies and time with their children. And one of my favorite things was a couple of clients who were partners, they were in a partnership, and they were just really struggling with how to get it all together. And we put together a business plan for them that also included life coaching elements, meaning what are your personal goals? Where do you want to travel to this year? Are there some health things that you need to address? And we worked out a plan for them for the whole year. And already in the first quarter, they had increased their revenue by 10%. And I love that. I love that. And they were still able to complete their personal goals as well. And that's just a beautiful thing. And that's how life should be.
Amazing. Oh, 10%, quarter one.
Yeah, I know.
It's like
Crazy.
just getting started. So this next one might be a more of a two-part question, and I always say that because it's a big one. Um,
Okay.
Thinking about your journey, your silhouette of success journey up to this point, was there ever a specific point in time, event, or key situation in your professional life that really forced you to take a monumental shift within your business or career and share what that is or was? And positive
Yeah.
or painful, how did going through that help you grow?
That is a good one. And this goes back to my real estate brokerage, actually. There was a point where I decided to go into a partnership and it was just not a good fit. Still friends with the people involved, but it just didn't make sense really from a business standpoint to be involved in that partnership. And it immediately caused issues not only with my profit, but with my emotional health. And that was a hard lesson. And I had to pull out of that partnership very quickly and go solo. So that was a huge learning lesson. And what I learned from that is because I had always sort of had some sort of backing. As a realtor, you've got your broker. And then as a broker, I then had this partner. And what I realized is I can do this. I am smart, I am strong, I am capable, and I can do this on my own. I just need to trust myself. And that's the biggest thing that I learned from that. And I'm so glad I did.
It's not easy in the moments, but when we're able
Absolutely
to
not.
make it to the other side of that and reflect back, just the enormity of what
Yes.
what you're able to really handle, and to be so proud on the other side.
And I think had I not gone through that experience, I would not have had the faith or the courage to start Ignite U90. And
Mm,
so it definitely, looking in hindsight, it was leading me to this moment.
yes. Oh, goodness. Michelle, when do you feel your greatest sense of satisfaction?
When I'm at the end of a coaching call, I always ask my clients, what's your biggest aha? And when they really have a revelation about themselves that I've already seen, that they can truly recognize as their own and take that with them, that's it.
Mm.
That's where I feel just the greatest satisfaction because I know that I've helped them with a turning point in their life that they can take forward to their business, to their families, and to the community. And that's huge.
That that's one of those moments you probably just sit there and throw your arms up, "Yes!"
Yes.
in your chair when
Yes.
you're hearing them see the light and the light bulb go off for
Yes.
themselves. How again, I go back to how rewarding.
It's so rewarding because it doesn't just benefit the person you're talking to, it has trickle benefits all the way down for so many different people. And that's amazing.
Yeah. Oh, we talked earlier, or I asked you earlier about where you turn to for support. How about when you need inspiration? What inspires you?
I thought about this and, I didn't have a mentor, but what really inspires me, I had a dad who had an incredible work ethic, and that's what keeps me going. He's like 78 years old and still working hardcore. So I am inspired by his work ethic, but I'm also inspired. I have three wonderful children, but my oldest daughter, after she graduated from college with a degree in costume design, just moved to New York City to make a life for herself. Just fearlessly. I mean, that is one of the hardest cities in the world to even find an apartment, much less get a job, make enough money to survive. And she's done it. And that inspires me. I'm so proud of her. And just seeing every little thing she accomplishes tells me that I can keep going too and keep doing incredible things.
Isn't it amazing how they teach us so, so much and they don't realize it?
So much.
Yeah, it's just
No,
like, huh,
it's amazing.
yes. Wow, good
Adult
for
so my
her.
children right
Gosh.
now yeah, no, it's incredible. My kids right now are 23, 20, and 16. And I don't think anyone prepares you for how amazing that season of life is. Because your kids are so fun when they're in that adult stage. It's amazing. And they don't, we don't have grandkids or anything like that yet. So they're my buddies. It's the best.
Oh, how cool. How very cool. Um, we're gonna have to keep up with her also.
Yeah, she's a cool gal. I kind of
Oh,
like her.
yeah, very neat. Michelle, we're going to take a quick break to hear from this episode's sponsor. We'll be right back.
Beauty is not limited to our outside appearance. It's inside us. It's our professional lives and our personal passions. It's in our health and wellness, our families, friends, and loved ones. Ask Us Beauty Magazine is content designed to educate, empower, and inspire individuals on all things beauty and wellness. We do this by bringing together people of all backgrounds to share their stories, leaving you with inspiration for living your best life. Whether it's through products, services, procedures, and personal brands, we challenge the status quo. Our mission is to change the narrative, allowing each and every one of us to define beauty on our own terms. Visit us today at askusbeautymagazine.com.
All right, we are back. Okay, Michelle, we crave great resources, and you've mentioned a couple to help inspire, uplift, expand our minds, or sometimes get us through the day. Do you
Yes.
have a favorite, yes, indeed, book, resource, or mentor that you'd like to share with us? If so, what makes it a favorite?
So right now I'm rereading Bill Hybels' book Simplify, and it's just such a great book and it's so timely. It was written, I believe, in like 2017, but it really goes back to how to categorize and simplify your life. And I think we all need that now. And it's such a great book and it's definitely a faith-filled book. So yeah, that would be my recommendation as well as John Maxwell's newest book, The 16 Laws of Communication.
I'm writing down. I know I'm going to hear this again, but you know me. taking my notes. Oh, so cool. And just a reminder to the audience, all of these great favorites and will be in the resource section here of the show notes. So it's just one click away
Awesome.
for you to be inspired like Michelle. Oh my gosh, milady, the time has flown. I'm watching the clock here. I want to squeeze in 2 or 3 more little questions. Is that okay?
Of course.
Excellent. Okay, so it has been fantastic. You have just my energy level boosted times 10 just from our little conversation today. So I am so honored, and it's been fantastic visiting with you today.
Yes, I've had a blast.
Awesome. Good. As we begin to wrap up, in keeping the promise to share intentional inspiration with our audience, do you have a piece of key go-to advice that you'd like to share? Maybe something that resonates with you, something somebody shared with you. We've got these
Oh,
sayings all over our walls and desk. Anything you
yes.
want to pass on?
So I've been waiting for this question. I love this. So my life verse is John 14:12, which says, "Very truly I tell you, whoever believes in me will do the works I have been doing, and they will do even greater things than these because I'm going to the Father." And that is my reminder every day that Jesus is in heaven with the Lord. So God has put us on this earth with a purpose that he fully expects us and has equipped us to fulfill. So if I am doing what I am called to do, he's got it and I will accomplish it. And that's a good feeling.
You just set me up for the rest of the week. Thank you.
Awesome. Awesome.
Oh, love this. Love this. Okay. Momentum. Milady, where can our audience go to find and connect with you, whether it be on your socials or any contact information you want to share and support your continued success? The stage is all for you. Go for it.
Awesome. So they can go to michelleozymy.com and they can go to that website and actually get scheduled for a free introductory coaching session, or they can get involved in our women's business planning session, which is a free event we're hosting at the end of June so that we ladies can kick off the last half of the year and finish off super strong. I'm excited for that. That's going to be a super fun event. And then they can also find me on Instagram at Michelle_Ozymy. And either one of those places will tell you all about all things Ignite You 90. I would love for you to follow me and please take advantage of our free coaching sessions. And if anyone's interested in the business event, I would love to hear from you.
Perfect. And we'll make sure, and I've got your social media links here. So we'll make sure and include some of those, especially the ones that you've mentioned, and the free
Awesome.
opportunity in the
Wonderful.
resource section.
Yeah.
Yes. Thank you. Michelle, thank you for sharing your time, your silhouette of success story with us. You are a true inspiration and a brilliant, vibrant light. And so thank you so much for being here with us.
Oh, you're so sweet. I had so much fun. Thank you for having me.
All right, milady, until next time or at the business planning event, I'll talk to you soon.
Thanks. Have a great day.
Thank you for joining us on this episode of the Silhouettes of Success podcast. If you enjoyed the show, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out on all the new episodes. We are here for you and with you. We encourage you to share this podcast on all your socials and pass on the light to help illuminate another silhouette of success. To find out the latest ways to inspire your heart, ignite your mind, and gain actionable insights, subscribe at thesilhouettesofsuccess.com or connect with us on Facebook, LinkedIn, and Instagram. We're grateful that you've tuned in. Remember, you are exactly where you need to be, right here with us. This is the Amber Weitzer podcast, Silhouettes of Success.